Hey guys, um, thanks for clicking on my channel. I'm John Sarg from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and this is a review of Scrooge, a Christmas Carol. It's an animated film that was just released onto Netflix because, just because. I also have COVID, so if I seem not all there or my voice sounds weird, I'm really dedicated to getting these reviews out to you guys, and obviously COVID is a great time to get caught up on things. So, um, yeah. Anyway, um, this has audio description on Netflix. It's like TVY7. I don't even think it's, which is weird because I noticed that Gold Derby has it in competition for Best Animated Feature, but it doesn't have a MPA rating. It has a TV rating. I don't know. Um, but it is, let me tell you what it reminded me of. This is very nostalgic, and I think no one will get this. But back in the day when I was a kid, you used to be able to drive through some of these fast food chains, and they had like their own products. And like McDonald's had these Ronald McDonald VHSs where you could go on a journey. I remember Arby's had, for a while, they were selling these animated storybook adventures where it was like a perfectly fine version of Treasure Island or The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And it just covered that. This felt like that to me, but with songs. So it just felt like a serviceable, same old retelling of A Christmas Carol with music. And the music is very pop oriented for the most part. It's very forgettable. I already forgot every song in this musical. There was nothing that the music itself that I wanted to listen to. Luke Evans, it still sounds great. I don't know, he also sounds like he recorded this inside of a cave, so there's that. Jessie Buckley is a great singer who sounds auto-tuned in this, which is frustrating. And when we get to the Ghost of Christmas Present, I'm sorry, I was trying to hold that off. When we get to the Ghost of Christmas Present, he happens to be voiced by a black actor, singer, and for whatever reason, they decide to break with the mold for the rest of the songs in the musical and decide that his songs should have like an African vibe to them, which I think is really just sort of reductive. I think you have to, there's a difference between just sort of representing culture and also being sort of exploitative of that culture. There was no reason for the music to shift. There were like elephants playing drums. I mean, you've seen where Christmas Carol takes place, I'm sure. Like you've seen where the general idea of where Christmas Carol, they didn't move it. This is not down in Africa. I don't know why there was an elephant playing drums, for any other reason other than the fact that they were like, ooh, we hired a black actor for this. So, or we want to hire a black actor for this, so we're going to develop this and make him sing over these songs. And it was his song is like nothing else in the film. Everything else has sort of a cohesive sound. And then they have this guy coming in with this like African song, and it's just like, why? Why couldn't he have just sung a song like everybody else? I'm sure he's perfectly competent, in keeping with the theme. He didn't need to just be reduced to, oh, you're black, so we can do an African song. No, he's black, and he can just sing the same kind of music that everyone else has been singing this whole damn time. Just, anyway. Also, I hate stupid fart jokes for no reason whatsoever. Like, fart jokes are never great, but there's a scene where the dog in this, Scrooge has a dog, and the dog falls and just lands on his face and then farts. And it's just like, come on. You know, I guess because they're losing little kids at this point, because there isn't a lot of humor in here to keep children engaged. I don't really know who this movie is for. It's got an adult voice cast that would interest parents. You know, Olivia Colman is in this, Jonathan Pryce. So it's got one hell of a voice cast, but kids don't care about that. And it's not silly enough to be aimed at little kids like a Mickey Christmas Carol or Muppets Christmas Carol or something like that. So it just sort of lays somewhere. I don't really know who it's for, why it exists, why we made it. It just is. So, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of this. I don't know what Netflix is trying to do with their animation, but it seems like they make like about half of their films every year are decent, and about half of them are just what would normally have been straight-to-video garbage. I think this is a film that would have been straight-to-video garbage, 20 years ago, but they just paid people to be in the voice cast. So that's what elevates it, which shouldn't. This is also weird because Luke Evans does not sound old at all. So Scrooge has always been played as an older person. Luke Evans does not sound that old. He sounds maybe 50. So it became a little hard because they didn't pick somebody up there in age, or who sounded up there in age, to play that role. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend this. I think especially for A Christmas Carol, there are like 100 versions of this, and this is definitely not even in the top half of Christmas carols. I mean, it's possible your family will find some fun with it, but this is not really. They have to insert fart jokes for your kids to like it. I don't know how else to describe it. The story and the plot does not consistently aim itself at children. It aims itself sort of at this just sort of shitty way of telling the same story over and over and over, just with this sort of forgettable pop Broadway music. I think there are some elements that are cool. I think Olivia Colman and how they represent her character in this was cool, so that's nice. But yeah, it's overall, there's better animated work this year. So I'm gonna audio description is fine. It's it does have a lot of songs, and it doesn't describe necessarily through all the songs. So it just depends on how you like your musicals. It does do a little bit of description in the music, because I think even the narrator realized the music is not that great. But anyway, I'm going to give Scrooge the musical a C-. Or Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, whatever the fuck this is called. Anyway, at COVID, so I reviewed the movie for you, but it'd be great if you guys could subscribe. I'm still trying to get 11 more people by the end of the year. So, yeah, that's it. I have a website, magthemovieguy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what has audio description, where you can watch it. And you can go to theadna.org. And just go there. I don't even know. I'm going to get off because my nose is running down my face. That's it. So, hope you enjoy this shitty COVID review of Scrooge. I will review something else for you guys, and I'll see you on the other side.